first of all, it was a surprise. It has been prepared by my big family. They didn't tell me until I managed to guess. One time there is one of the elders here who by mistake said the birthday of Tito will be celebrated. And I heard it, but then when I went home, I started recalling some activities that the family they were doing, seeing people going somewhere in the evening and not knowing where they are going. Towards the end, I asked one of my children, and a daughter called Sylvie said, "No, tell me, what are you preparing? Because you are always going around, and I happen to know that you are preparing something for me." Of course, she laughed, and I knew, but it was one day before. One day before, I knew that they were preparing something for me and in Serena. But I didn't know how much, I didn't know how many people would be there. I didn't know the people that were invited. I was wasting some of the colleagues that are working with me. But really, I didn't know that the first family was coming. But when I was going to Serena, of course, I happened to see the president must be around this area. When I reached in Serena, I found that there was somehow a security problem. But I didn't take it seriously because I thought perhaps the president is around Serena or in another hotel which is near. You know, Marriott is near. When I went, I sat down. But the position that they had taken, had given me, we were 4 people at around the table. Cecile and me were on one side, another side was Makria and Bundu. While between us there was a big place that was remaining. Or I was asking me why did they do it in such a way. I didn't mind. Until, of course, things started. Then I had a surprise. The first lady came. I stood up, I went to greet her. She came, I sat down on one chair. And there was another chair. At the end, she crossed to come near me and we talked, asking me how surprised I was. I said, really, I'm very surprised because I didn't know that you were coming. And said, but the other chair, who is coming? She said, I don't know. But I said, possibly these children had invited me the first day. After about 10 minutes, the president came. I saw people standing up. So I stood up. I ran to greet him. And that's what happened. It was a very much surprise. Then I sent a message on my phone asking who invited the first family. They sent me, they told me that the first family was the idea had come from one of my children who's in Canada. She's the one who started that idea and invited the family. When I stood up, I said, of course, when they went on giving words and so on, I told the president that I was surprised and didn't know that was coming, and of course the lady told him that she didn't tell me. There were speeches. Of course, the president gave a very nice speech. Very nice indeed. Because he said, please, this speech, when I die, you will only bring the record. This one is enough. I don't want to commit other mistakes so that it can be changed. Anyway, we were making it in order to laugh. Then when I stood up, I said, I have my daughter, Marie-Josée. I invite her first. The biggest surprise that I have is from her. I said, she is the one who invited this family. Because for me, I would not have invited. I would have said, this family has got, the president has got much work to do, doesn't have time to come for birthdays. It is not something so serious. And I said I would not even have invited you, because there are many millions of people who would like to have the president in parties like that. He can't get time for all of us. So I said, it's why I would not have invited the president. Because first of all, he doesn't have time. Second, we are millions of people who need him. He can't take only Tito and leave others. Now it's why I was saying that I would not have invited him. But because this girl invited, this daughter invited the president, and the president came, and the first family came, and I'm very much pleased because it is the best day, it's the best pleasure, it's the best surprise that I have ever had. And I said it's because of her. Because the president invited her to come and greet him, because she's the one who invited them. Now the surprise was like that. I was pleased because of that surprise. First of all, the surprise that those children, I mean my siblings had prepared for me. Second, that surprise of inviting the first family. The first family I love and I respect, because it is my president. We know each other, but I know him is a very good president. But having him in your anniversary, though it was a big anniversary because it is after 8 years, of course, it was something. I'm sure perhaps he came because people were telling him it is after 8 years with someone who had been working together. It was something that could bring him. That's what happened. It was my first pleasure. When you are in Australia, you would say that I have the biggest pleasure when you will take Kigali. But unfortunately, when we took Kigali, we had so many, there had been a genocide, we had having so many bodies around, many people were victims of genocide. Others were, people had been in roof trying to hide, and the others in holes, and so many things that happened. I didn't have a chance to have that pleasure. Then it was the first time to have that pleasure I wanted to have during the time that we were coming to liberating our country.